welcome you to this Belmont Media Center production of Belmont Soccer here tonight on senior night as Belmont is hosting Stoneham here at Harris Field. About ready to start it in about 30 seconds here, but Ganza, what do you want to see from Belmont today?
I think, honestly, what we've seen is that they have very good technical players, but there isn't sort of that cohesion that they need to sort of be consistent. They could be doing better on their record, not too shabby, but I'd like to see more cohesiveness in this team, not just technical ability.
Yeah, Belmont looking for a strong start today. Isaac Meretta along here with Ganza as we get ready to start it on senior night. We just had the ceremony pregame.
Alright. So, obviously, considering that it's senior night, we're going to be seeing mostly seniors, except I think in that goalie position where they have no seniors, it's going to be Will Hug going to be starting for them. Essentially, everywhere else is very senior dominant.
Yeah, I believe some of the players that would normally be starting are giving up their roles to the seniors here tonight. So we'll see how that affects Belmont's game here tonight.
Yeah, generally these guys, I don't think they've played together as a team ever, really. Like, all of these seniors compiled together. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do on this senior night, if they can come away with a result.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Will Hug, the junior goalkeeper for Belmont tonight. It's been him and David Klemasmith this year in the net for Belmont. But they're going with Will as Belmont gets ready to start it here against Stoneham.
It looks like it's going to be Lawrence, too, who's one of the only non-seniors that's going to be starting tonight. That's going to be starting off for us. I think the only other non-senior outside of those two is Itai Golani, who interestingly is going to be playing at center back for today. I don't think I've ever seen him play at center back. It doesn't seem like a natural position for him. But yeah, however ceremonial we want this to be for the seniors, they still want to come away with a win. So I'd like to see how that goes for them.
Yeah, Lawrence will kick it off. Belmont will start with the ball. Belmont looking for their 5th win on the year as we get started here at Harris Field. Lawrence boots it all the way into the corner, and this is going to tail towards the sideline. Belmont trying to keep it in bounds, but they cannot, so Stoneham will get a throw-in from the corner. Stoneham throws it in on the sideline. Lawrence trying to take it away. They get it to the middle, looking to force an early shot. Iggy getting to the outside to Aiden, who gives it a long boot, but that's going to go all the way out of bounds to the back of the net.
That's disappointing there. Very premature and honestly unnecessary shot there from Aiden Dorkin, number 19. But good to see that Belmont is starting off with a bit of possession, getting a shot off. I'd like to see more of that.
Stoneham will kick it out of the goalie's box, and it's at about midfield, where Stoneham will look to push. Getting it into Belmont territory, where Belmont tries to chase it down defensively. A little over-the-shoulder kick there from Sam Winkler-Thomas, one of the seniors here on senior night. He's on the defensive end for Belmont. Stoneham tailing one towards the corner, looking for a cross, but it's going to end up going all the way out of bounds for a Belmont goal kick. It's Will Hug in the net for Belmont, at least for this first half, as this one to the middle, a little bit of an errant pass there by Belmont as they look to reset defensively. Belmont gets it back, pushes it back into Stoneham territory as they look to chase it down with Jake, but it's going to go all the way to the Stoneham goalie. Andy trying to get a leg on that one. Sam Thomas over on the near sideline. That's going to go out of bounds towards the Belmont bench. Couple minutes into the game tonight. Sam with the header back towards the sideline for another Stoneham throw-in. Again, it's Sam with the header back to Lawrence. Stoneham will take it away for a moment. Now Belmont has it. Another kick out of bounds, so Stoneham will be able to throw it in again from about the same spot as last time. Lawrence able to clear it towards the midfield as Belmont tries to push with Evan, who gets it to the sideline. This is Lawrence over into the corner, and Stoneham's just gonna try to slow this down by kicking it out of bounds. Should still be Belmont's ball on a throw-in. Belmont throwing it in a couple of yards out from the corner. Maybe trying to force an early corner kick. Stoneham clears it for a moment. Now Belmont has it, trying to get it into the box here. Was Aiden crossing it to the middle, to the outside of the box. Belmont has it with Gwenby, who crosses it to the middle. Andy had a chance for that one. Now it's Iggy with it on the outside of the box. Iggy crossing it to the corner, and Stoneham able to knock it away, and they just try to clear it, but Belmont's got a guide there. Sam Thomas up to Andy, about 20 yards out from the goal as Stoneham resets their defense.
Solid passage of play here from Belmont, moving the ball around and also doing it with a bit of pace.
Kick towards the corner here. Belmont looking for a big cross. Can't get it on the first time, but it'll be a throw-in again from the corner. Lawrence with an over-the-shoulder kick, but it goes right to the Stoneham keeper as that chance for Belmont is turned away. Kick a couple yards short of midfield. Lawrence fighting for the ball. Andy now has it. Gives it right back to Lawrence. Pushes it down the near sideline, trying to get it to Iggy, one of the seniors. It's going to go all the way out towards the corner. And we'll see if this is a corner kick for Belmont. See what the referee's call is. And I believe this is just going to be a goal kick for Stoneham instead. Ten minutes into the game here. Nothing as Stoneham kicks it out of their net. Sam Thomas gets it in the air. Gets it right back to Iggy, and a whistle there as Jake was looking to get it towards the net on that one. I believe they're going to call Jake for offsides there, as he would have had a open net towards the, or open lane towards the goal.
Interestingly, most of the seniors that have been started today are the seniors that generally haven't played as much, because you see the three captains, Daniel Chang, Max Katz, and Nico Amafarzan, all on the bench here. Perhaps just an opportunity to get more playing time. More playing time for a lot of the seniors that may perhaps have been underappreciated this year. Back to you, Isaac.
Stoneham able to push it into the box, but kick goes all the way wide. I think we will see some of the seniors who normally would have been starting giving up their role to some seniors that might not have been playing.
There was Stoneham's first real attack of the game. Didn't pose too much of a threat though.
Yeah, Belmont trying to limit the amount of attacks that Stoneham can get and try to just pile up the opportunities offensively. As this is Jake trying to make a run at it. He's towards the edge of the box. Jake gets it on the net, but it's going to go wide. It was a good run there by Belmont, but unable to come away with the goal. First real opportunity for Belmont, although they have gotten it into the Stoneham zone. Belmont gets another takeaway, but Stoneham trying to retain possession, and there is the whistle on the tackle by Belmont. Stoneham will get the kick after the foul by Belmont. Trying to get it back to Belmont territory. Sam Thomas trying to shield the net there, and Will Hogg able to scoop it up at the net. Sam Thomas, the defenseman, launches one towards the Belmont zone. It's Jake making another run at it. Back into the box on the left side. Jake takes the shot, but it's denied by the Stoneham keeper. And this should be a corner kick for Belmont on another good opportunity.
That's 2 times already that Belmont has utilized a sort of long ball to take advantage of Stoneham's high line. Unfortunately, Jake hasn't been able to take his opportunities well there. But could be signs of what we're going to see for the rest of the game here from Belmont.
This is Itai taking the corner kick for Belmont, first for either team so far in this game. Itai gets it into the box, looking for a header, back to the middle. Couple of guys there for Belmont, a chance for Iggy, but Stoneham clears it temporarily. It goes right back to Itai, who took the corner kick initially. Back to the corner he goes and hits off Stoneham and goes out of bounds right in the corner. This will be a throw-in from the corner by Nico, one of the captain seniors here, celebrated tonight on senior night.
I think that might have been Iggy, though. I'm not sure.
Iggy does get it back in, and it's right at the Stoneham keeper. I believe Nico is one of the guys sitting early tonight. Maybe we'll see him later in the game. Good sliding attempt there on the far sideline. Belmont, who's gotten a couple of chances early in this one, mainly forced by Jake Deore, one of their strikers. Belmont has it in the corner, trying to get it to Lawrence, but Stoneham able to clear it. For a moment, Belmont is able to keep them from getting a good counterattack initially. Belmont gets it all the way back to Will, who looks to reset Belmont's offensive attack. Sam Thomas back across the field. This is Itai. Looking for Jake. Long pass is not going to get to him, as Stoneham's defense able to hold there and at least stall for the moment. It's going to be called out of bounds, so it will be a Belmont throw-in. Belmont's had more chances early in this one as they look to limit Stoneham's chances. It's out of bounds, it'll be a Stoneham throw-in. Short throw-in over towards the corner. Belmont just has the numbers advantage there, and it'll go out of bounds for a Belmont throw-in. Itai looking for Jake. He's the only one down there, trying to set up Belmont's offense. Down the sideline it goes for Andy. Trying to tightrope the sideline. It ends up going out of bounds. Andy will throw it in, and he'll get it back, but Stoneham able to take it. Good box out there by Belmont to get the possession back. Now it's Sam. It's going to go out of bounds. Actually, Belmont trying to stay it still in, and Andy is going to get there. A little backspin there. Andy gets it right back into the box, but Stoneham's keeper able to glove it. Kick out of the net, and that will lead to a Belmont throw-in, as we have just 28.5 left in this first half before halftime. Sam gets it down for Jake, who Belmont's been trying to get it to for most of this half. Chance over on the sideline for Evan, who pushes it to the corner, looking to get it across, and now pushes back up the far sideline. Goes out of bounds, and let's see who the referee does give it to. Be Stoneham throwing it in. Stoneham's given the ball away a lot. In terms of time of possession, I would say Belmont has been dominating, as they've controlled the ball for most of this first half, and now looking to break the scoreless tie. It's going to go out of bounds into the corner. Some subs coming in for Belmont. Daniel Chang and Nico coming in, as well as Max Katz. That's 3 seniors coming in for Belmont, and they get a good hand. Andy, one of the guys coming out. Sam Thomas gets it back to Will Hugg. Stoneham's been pretty conservative offensively, not sending too many guys down the field. Jake has it, gets it back to Lawrence. And now Sam Thomas on the near sideline gets it back to Itai. Itai touches one off down the sideline. Belmont trying to run it down, and they will. As Stoneham not over-aggressive defensively again. It's Daniel Chang just into the game, getting his first touch, and now Lawrence has it. He was trying to get it to Daniel Chang, but Stoneham had none of it. You can see Belmont controlling the midfield. Stoneham not really making an attempt to do that. That's why Belmont's had the ball for most of this first half. Sam Thomas pushing it down the near sideline towards the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Belmont should get a throw in here, and Nico, the senior, will take it. Let's get it in on a short pass to Sam, who launches one towards the box for Daniel Chang. A little touch pass there. Unable to get a shot on net. It's it back to Max. Another one of the guys that just came into the game.
So those two in the middle, you see Max Katz and Lawrence too. Those guys have been really pivotal in terms of controlling this game for Belmont, especially in the middle of the field. They've really been controlling the tempo, kind of forcing the ball up. In the middle it goes 1-2. Daniel Chang trying to play it through.
It's it back to Nico on the far side as Aiden gave it right to him. Here's Daniel Chang trying to get a shot here, but Stoneham able to build a wall on defense. And that's going to go out of bounds at around midfield. Stoneham has it. They wanted to push, but didn't have enough guys downfield. Haven't had many chances that they've been able to get momentum going into Belmont territory. Belmont able to take it back as they look to get speed down the sideline. It was Daniel Chang who got tripped up. He's one of the fastest guys on the field, and Stoneham did not want to let him get around the corner.
Honestly, I feel like at this point in the game, Belmont's doing virtually everything right. We're about halfway through the first half. It's just about getting shots off at this point. They are getting into all the right positions. It's just about that final touch.
Aiden gets it in towards the corner. Stoneham denies it, and Belmont's going to end up running it down just past midfield. Kick it back to Will, who's just outside of the goalie's box. "22 minutes into this first half is Aiden trying to set up Belmont on offense. That goes through the legs of Iggy, but it might end up working out. Went right to Lawrence. Good pressure from Nico there as he looks to throw it in. Nico does get it in, and that's going to lead to another throw-in as it goes onto the track. Nico does throw it in, but Stoneham had possession for a moment. That was Aiden trying to get it back, and you can see it's a 3-on-1 in what would be Stoneham territory, which allows Belmont to get it back. Here's Lawrence. Gets it to Iggy in the middle. Iggy takes a long shot, but that goes wide to the right. Belmont just trying to get as many shots on net as they can in this scoreless first half. Stoneham gets it in on the far sideline, and now a chance for Belmont to push. Stoneham just happy to kick that one out of bounds for a Belmont throw-in. Evan gets it in to Daniel Chang. Trying to get out of the corner where Stoneham has the numbers advantage. Stoneham just trying to clear it, having some problems here in the corner. And somehow Daniel Chang had it for a moment. And Stoneham kicks it out of bounds. Belmont kicks it in towards the middle for Nico, but Stoneham able to get that one downfield, and they've got a guy racing towards it, but Aiden able to get it back for Belmont and changes hands again, with Stoneham having it in their own territory. Getting it back to the keeper. Stoneham's got to be careful here, as Belmont's got a bunch of guys up towards the net ready to attack. And now Stoneham gets it along the sideline right to Aiden. Stoneham going back to the middle with Nico, one of the guys defending there. Aiden gets it up the sideline, and that will go out of bounds for a Stoneham throw-in at around midfield.
It's one of the first real times that Stoneham has actually had a lengthy time with possession, honestly. It seems like they've been on the back for most of the time, just getting it out of their own box, but now we're starting to see a little bit of build-up. Some positive signs for them.
Yeah, you wonder if Stoneham's plan was just to keep this game scoreless and then try to attack later in the game, because that's what this first half for them would suggest, but starting to get the ball more. Lawrence has it. He's fighting for position there with the Stoneham defender. Here's Iggy crossing it to the middle. Belmont trying to push the middle of the field, and a good move there to get it to Jake on the left side. Jake slows it down, gets it to Iggy. Iggy crosses it towards the net. That gets denied. And now Stoneham. That goes right back to Iggy. Belmont starting to gain some momentum offensively here as Lawrence has it again. And that one is going to end up going out of bounds. You wonder who's it off. And it looks like Stoneham will get the throw in.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Seems like we have a sort of party fan bus here for Evan York, and I'm assuming that's the Varsity girls soccer team. Probably also played away at Stoneham, so we couldn't get you any coverage. Seems like they had a pretty good game.
Yeah, looking to support this Belmont team here tonight on their senior night. Evan gets it right back to Daniel. Belmont trying to get it at the feet of Jake, who's been their main initiator today when they've had their offensive chances. Will Hugg's going to take this in his own territory and get it to Aiden on a little lob pass. Aiden sets it up with a long boot, might go all the way into the corner. Nico trying to chase it down. And Stoneham complies by kicking it right out of bounds.
Belmont just prepared 3 substitutions. Incoming is Diego Azadorian, Eli Jane and Jaden Yan. They came in for Iggy Matora, Sam Winkler Thomas, and Evan Yorkin.
Belmont looking for some fresh legs here, as they've done most of the running offensively in this first half. Pushing along the far sideline with Daniel. Eli Jane, as you said, just back into the game, or into the game for the first time here tonight. Utai gets it right back to Eli Jane. Down the sideline it goes for Daniel. Stoneham lets that go out of bounds, so they will get to kick it back to their offense from the goal. Oh, that one goes all the way through, and now Jake trying to push it into the box, takes the shot, and it hits the side of the net.
Looks like he was offside anyways. Yeah, I think that's the case here. Still disappointed that he didn't score though, honestly. Very clear chance, but...
Yeah, would have made it the ref's decision at least.
Yeah.
But would have been offside anyway, by the looks of it. 24 minutes into this game, and still locked at 0. Daniel Chanks beating it down the sideline for Lawrence. Gets it back to the corner. Gets it to the middle, and that's going to go behind the net and out of bounds. Stoneham will get a goal kick. On the near sideline, Nico will get a header on that one. Now he's running up the sideline with it. This one goes all the way out of bounds. Stoneham letting it do so, so they'll get another goal kick.
You have a few balloons loose on the far side. Looks like they've flown out probably from a little ceremony earlier.
Belmont will get a throw in here. Asadorian gets it in. Over towards Jake Deore, who pushes one out of bounds for another Stoneham goal kick. Belmont getting some subs into the game. That is Robert coming in.
Coming in here for Jake Deore, who had a very active but not necessarily effective first 25 minutes of the game. Got a lot of chances, unfortunately not a lot of accurate shots from him. Hoping that Robert could hopefully make better use of the chances.
Stoneham along the far sideline as they get it back to the middle. Haven't had many chances offensively today, and not much of one here as it goes all the way out of bounds.
Looks like timeout has been called here for Stoneham. 13.5 minutes left of this first half. What are you thinking for each team?
Yeah, I think that Stoneham's offensive plan has been effective because they didn't really have much of one. They were kind of just ready to have this one at 0-0 probably into the half, I would assume. But yeah, their defensive strategy has paid off. Belmont has only had a handful of shots here. I think for Belmont, their defense has not been bad, and even while they've controlled the ball for most of the game, it's not like Stoneham has had many attacks on the other side, the counter attacks on corner kicks or whatnot. But yeah, I think it's probably just gonna take one tonight, maybe even a win it 1-0. But we'll see if either team can get one in the back of the net here tonight.
Yeah. No, honestly, not much more for me to add there. Kind of just a bit more firepower here for Belmont, especially in those attacking positions. They are getting into the right spots. They aren't getting shots off, or at least ones that are dangerous enough that are worrying the Stoneham goalkeeper. Stoneham, if this is their plan, the plan is going perfectly well. A few leaks here and there down the wings, especially down that left-hand side. But it looks like their objective is gonna be a counterattack. Maybe first containment and then counterattack, which unfortunately hasn't really worked for them just yet. But maybe they're just saving their energy for a more tired Belmont in the second half, hoping to get some shots off to challenge whoever's in goal, whether it's Will Hug or potentially David Cleveland for the second half.
Yeah, Will Hug has not had much action in the goal. No real shots by Stoneham. They've had a couple of lanes down the sidelines, but Belmont's defense has done enough. I feel like Belmont's just gotta stay patient here because they have had the ball for most of this first half, so
That's true.
we've seen a couple mistakes from Stoneham. Maybe one will leak through and Belmont can find the goal.
Yeah, something that's worked for them is that sort of long ball over the defense. He gave Jake maybe 2 or 3 chances. If they saw it earlier, they would have some really good opportunities to get wide, hopefully get something into the box and the goal. Perhaps we're going to see a bit more of that, but since then we've seen a lot more sort of like slow, meticulous build-up. Not sure if they want to keep it or go back to the long pass, because that's where most of their chances have come from.
Stoneham getting a throw in here, and that will go right to Will. I'd say it's very telling that Belmont took Jake Deore out with just 13 minutes left in this first half. Maybe ready to just go into the half 0-0. But we'll see how Stoneham will respond on their offense as they get one into the corner. Belmont's got Aiden there on the defense, shoves him down.
Looks like maybe a bit of diving antics there. Pretty dramatic, trying to get something, knowing that he sort of lost that race with Aiden. That's right there, Stoneham's number 10. Seems to be pretty dangerous for them, one of their captains.
Yeah, Stoneham just trying to create a chance any way they can, even if it means by flopping. Nico couldn't find that one as Belmont did get a goal kick as a result. Should be offside, and it is. Stoneham getting a shot that went all the way to the sideline, even with the offside. So Will Hug will roll it in to Aiden, who's been patrolling the near sideline defensively. And this is just going to be a penalty or a kickoff from the point of the offside. Will towards the sideline for Eli. Daniel Chang with a light header. Now Robert gets it to Daniel Chang, who's got speed towards the box, gets it in, and that one is just wide to the left. Daniel Chang got a good look at it, trying to make something happen, and came just a couple of feet wide from scoring the first goal of the game.
Yeah, that right there. Belmont seems to be trying to revive that long pass game. There it was Eli Jane playing it long down the line. Then a few bobbles here and there to end up with a chance. So that might just be what's going to be the key that unlocks this for them tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of just a one-man attack there with Daniel using his speed to get around the corner. Here's another chance here for Belmont. Back to the box it goes from Diego Asadorian.
Looks like it might have hit his wrong foot before he actually hit it, because he kind of seemed off balance there after striking it. He also looked pretty disappointed after that. He knows he could have done better from there. Looking better from Belmont here after the timeout.
Yeah, maybe trying to catch Stoneham off guard here, as their defense might be getting tired before the half, as they've played a pretty good game defensively through these first 30 minutes. Stoneham throwing it in over on the far sideline. Diego gets it back. Robert trying to chase that one down. And that goes out of bounds. Belmont will get a throw in with Daniel Chang. Lobs one back towards the middle for Max. Max towards the corner for Diego, and Stoneham dangerously close to the net. That one goes out of bounds. And it will be a Stoneham goal kick. Under 10 minutes to go in this first half. And still 0-0 between Belmont and Stoneham here on Belmont's senior night. Stoneham getting it in. Belmont trying to get some pressure here as the crowd trying to get some energy into this one. Max over in the corner. This one goes out of bounds. Should be Belmont ball. And this is going to be a corner kick for Belmont as Nico Amir Farzan gets it out of the corner. And Belmont stacks up in the box here. Nico gets it in towards the front of the box, and that one goes in. Belmont scores the first goal of the game, as that was Robert, the sophomore, getting it in. And Belmont leads this one 1-0.
Great moment there. Finally breaking the sort of deadlock that's been going on all game. 9 minutes left. That's a big goal there for Robert, for his confidence, and for this team as a whole, who's finally been able to to break down Stoneham. Even though it may not necessarily be from open play, this could definitely be huge in terms of momentum for Belmont. Great goal header there from Robert Hurl.
Yeah, I believe that was Robert. There's a bunch of guys going up for the header, and it just somehow found its way into the back of the net as Stoneham looking to get this one back tied. 1-0 the score as Stoneham now pushes it down the near sideline. Belmont trying to clear it, but Stoneham gets it right back, lobbing this one towards the far sideline and in the corner. Eli Jane will see this one out of bounds. Belmont scoring the first goal of the game, 30 minutes in. There's just 8 minutes to go in this first half. Robert getting it again, pushing it into the corner, and Stoneham's defense that had been so good starting to give way to some opportunities late in this first half.
Don't want to say I told you so to any of the viewers, but it's yet again one of those times where we're using that long ball. I mean, they just scored from a corner. It'd be great for them if they scored from another one.
Belmont kicks it out of the corner. Another chance for a header. Lawrence went up for it, and referee will blow this one dead. Evan and Andy both coming in for Belmont, as they will replace Lawrence and Nico. Likely the last substitution of this first half, but we'll see for Belmont. Towards the middle it goes. Diego trying to get it back to Belmont, which is exactly what happens. Aiden trying to get one back into the box. Robert, one of the guys down there. This one headed right back to the goalie for Stoneham. Back into the box it goes. Andy goes for the header, and it goes right over his head. It's going to go out of bounds.
Bit of a controversial decision there by the referee.
Stoneham not too happy with it, and
looks like refs are going to talk about it, because they actually had disagreeing opinions there. The ref on the near side for us here actually pointed for a free kick, either a free kick or a throw-in for Stoneham, but then referee on the other side called for a free kick for Belmont. Much to the contest of the Stoneham coaches.
Seems like the ref on the closer side should get the deciding vote there, but we'll see what they call here.
It seems like, interestingly, the person further away seems to have a better point of view because he caught an elbow in the back there that caused Diego to fall.
So Belmont gets it in with Max again towards the net, and that goes just wide of Evan, who is looking to hunt it down. Belmont still controlling the possession here late in the first half. Daniel Chang back to Robert. Robert towards the middle to Max. Max lobs one up. That one, I believe, goes through the field goal posts. Does not count for 3.
It's been a very good passenger play these last 10 or so minutes, especially after that goal, the header from Robert. It's sort of forced Stoneham to come out of their shell a little bit to try getting back into this game. And unfortunately, that's just left so much space open in behind for them, just allowing Belmont to play through them, putting defenders out of position.
Max forcing one back into the box again for Belmont, and that took a diving save by Stoneham's keeper. But able to keep it out of the net there. A little shove there by Stoneham's keeper, and the referee does not see it. Header there from Itai as Belmont is going to kick this one out of bounds. Stoneham trying to prepare one last attack here before halftime as they look to avoid going into the locker rooms trailing 1-0. Another one lobbed into the box for Diego. He's had the ball a couple times in this first half. Another chance here. Diego lobs one back into the box. Another header chance and another goal for Belmont. Daniel Chang, the senior who scores here on senior night, makes it a 2-0 Belmont lead.
It's a great goal there. Another header. This time, it was nice to see a goal from open play here from Belmont. A lot of build-up forcing the Stoneham defenders out of position there. A lot of disorganization, which allowed Daniel Chang to go. Funny enough, doesn't seem like the type of guy to score a header here. One of the shorter guys on the field, actually, but they've really taken advantage of the sort of disorganization that they've created that's forced a lot of these guys out of position, the Stoneham defenders.
Stoneham getting it back here as Itai trying to keep this one out of Stoneham territory. A bullet over towards the corner will go out of bounds. But Stoneham's defense that they had kind of been getting lucky with, where they've let Belmont control the ball for most of this, pretty much all of this first half. And finally, in these last 10 minutes of the first half, Belmont scored twice. This is Aiden with a ton of room on the near sideline. Looking for Andy. That takes a deflection right back to Andy in the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Belmont trying to get a third goal in this first half. And both of the goals so far coming late. Diego in the corner, and a little bit of contact there. It'll go out of bounds into the corner. Max will dribble it over towards the corner and get a throw-in. That's it to D. Chang. Now Max, it's going to go out of bounds. Belmont trying to get their defense back because they've already made their offensive statement in these first minutes of this, or these last minutes of this first half. Andy went up to get that one. Jaden over towards Max, and now Andy keeps it in bounds on the sideline. Aiden over to Andy. Maybe Belmont's last real attack of this first half with just a couple minutes left. Jaden. Stoneham sending 2 guys at him, unable to get the ball cleared. And now Belmont will cross the field to Eli Jane, who is able to run it down. Daniel Chang looking to make another run at it. Back to the front of the box. Stoneham able to knock it down, and again a little bit of a bobble there. He's able to fall on top of it before Belmont could get to it. 2 minutes left in this first half. And again, sloppy passes from Stoneham, leading to another Belmont chance. Robert, who scored one of the goals for Belmont in this first half. Over towards the middle again for Andy, who had a clean look at it, and he just missed it.
That would have been that would have been the 3rd goal that Belmont had from a corner, from a cross right there.
Yeah, and I think that was their most open look.
Yeah. It was probably the easiest of all their chances to score.
Another one that goes into the Belmont box for Diego. Gets it towards the net, looking for a header here. Now Robert, over the shoulder kick towards the middle, and more chaos in the Stoneham box. Daniel Chang gets denied. Max getting in there. Aiden looking for a chance. Back to the inside it goes for Daniel. High header. Back to the other side for Diego. Diego and Stoneham eventually clears it for a moment.
Ooh, that's a foul right there. That's not great right there. Perhaps a bit. They're going to have to stop that there for an injury. Maybe a bit of a late reaction, kind of. Realize that you could get a foul out of it, but that is a big hit.
Yeah, it did look like a foul. Belmont was looking to get it back in their own territory, and just a bit of a high boot or kick attempt.
It's quite a crazy minute there for Andy. Quite literally 40 seconds ago, he missed a virtually open goal. Now he's getting subbed off for a really poor foul there, but Stoneham's number 10 seems to be doing fine.
Yeah, that was just more, you could see the sloppy passes from Stoneham, but when they have basically their whole team back in the box and they had that much trouble clearing it, you'd think that maybe more goals are coming for Belmont.
Unfortunately, we're coming up on the end of the first half, so perhaps too little, too late. Even though they've got 2 goals from it, they definitely could have gotten a lot more with a bit more time.
Yeah, Belmont would take this 2-0 lead into the half any day, but Robert trying to chase this one down. Stoneham, and again, really bad pass by the goalie, goes right to Belmont and Max, who's able to intercept it. Whistle here, and it's going to end this first half. So they will go to the locker rooms on a cold day here at Harris Field, with Belmont leading it 2-0, as they really dominated that first half.
All right, we're just about to get underway with the second half of Belmont boys soccer senior night. They are 2 goals ahead from a great last 10 minutes of the first half. 2 headers scored by Robert Hurl and Daniel Chang, the senior captain. So interested to see what the second half is going to look like. It looks like they've gone back to their starting lineup here at Belmont, and we're underway.
Yeah, I think scoring those 2 goals at the end of the first half, I mean, really Belmont's just got to kind of control this first half of the second half, because if you can keep Stoneham off the board, then I feel like they'll have less of a chance.
All right. Will running out of his comfort zone, a bit shaky over there, kicking it into his own player, but it goes out for a throw. Still played inside, but here's Aiden Dorkin, who's going to be playing it to Iggy, into Nico Amr Farzan, one of the other captains, into Jake Deore, who had a great few chances. Fortunately, couldn't make enough of it. Alright, here's Genby holding off his man, playing it into Andrew, one of the other seniors here today. Tries getting past one, but is overwhelmed there. It looks like it's going to be offside there.
Yeah, clear offside. I think we're starting to see Stoneham. I mean, they have to be more aggressive in the second half, and I think they're going to try to get these goals early, because if you're down 2 goals with only like 15 minutes left, it's really unlikely that you're going to come back. So see if they get some big chances here early in the second half.
Looks like they're really trying to overwhelm that midfield, because it looks like Andrew's going to be playing almost alone in that defensive midfield spot. So it's going to be difficult for him to hold off what's a very bolstered Stoneham midfield. But in the meantime, here's Genby. Looks like he's going to let it out. There he goes. So Belmont seems to be playing, I think, a 3-4-3, 3 center backs. Eli, Itai, and Aiden Durkin. None of them generally center backs. I'll get back to that later. Solid cross there by Daniel Chang. Tough for a Belmont throw.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough save even. I mean, the goalkeeper had to lay out for that one. We saw him diving a bunch of times in that late first half.
Oof. Great hold-up play there from Jake, who was able to hold off a defender playing it off to Lawrence. Fortunately, these guys that shot.
Yeah, Stoneham's keeper, you'd have to think even though he was a bit shaky late in that first half, he's got to know that there's probably a bunch more shots coming, so he's got to be prepared in the net.
Again, be not exactly sure what he's doing there. Poor pass, but Daniel's going to shield it. Played it back to the sophomore Eli. Great turn. Played down the line to Andrew. He's going to turn out. And it's back to Itai, who's going to try playing it through. It goes over into Iggy. He's going to have some space to... Can he get it before? Yes, he can. He tries getting past one with Nutmeg, but it fails there. Nico's going to take the throw-in on the far left side, right by the corner flag. Hold up play again from Jake. He's trying to hold up someone off. Too far from Andrew to get a shot off. Belmont resets.
Yeah, I would say for Stoneham, they've got to work more to get a counter-attack, because Belmont, you can see they're sending a bunch of guys on offense, so if they can go quick, maybe they can get a turnaround and an easy chance.
Eli's marker reminding him that he's still there. Throw-in is going to be taken down the line to Daniel. Miss kick there. Oof. Big hit to his stomach there for Genby. It is Belmont's ball. Genby's going to take the throw-in. Down the line. A lot of shirt pulling there. Looks like it's going to be... Oh, Daniel gets by as he tried to hold it off. And there's a goal. That is poor there from the Stoneham defending. Thinking he could hold off Daniel Chang, but he actually gets to it. Plays an easy ball into Jake and he scores.
Yeah, Jake Deore on the goal there. I mean, that was just as easy as it's ever going to be for Belmont.
Yeah.
It's just a short pass to the middle, and Jake just had to sweep the leg through the goalie. Not even close to getting that one. And 3-0 Belmont.
Yep. Belmont has started the second half similar to the way they ended the first. A lot of pressure on the offense. Unfortunately for them, a goal. Play resumes, and Lawrence trying to put pressure here in the midfield. He's been playing really well for them this season. Try a long ball, but there's Aiden. Another long ball. There's Itai. Up in the air. Still contested. Iggy has it. Playing a bit of a wayward ball there. Right now it's kind of like pinball between the two teams, but Nico tries to slow it down. That's a great ball through to Daniel Chang. What can he do here? Tries to get past one and play it through. He gets blocked, but he gets to recycle. Lawrence rushes a ball into the box. It's going to be a throw in there.
Yeah, out of bounds again there. I mean, Stoneham is just conceding these opportunities here. They're not really looking to control the ball, which they've had trouble doing throughout this game. And Belmont, chances have been plentiful here in these last 20 minutes going back to the first half.
Yeah, corner. So the first 2 goals Belmont scored both came from headers. Great deliveries into the box. We're going to play it short this time. Still going to get a ball into the box. Goes over. And that's another goal for Jake. That is a very disappointing moment there for the goalkeeper. Thought he could get a punch off. He mishits it. Jake didn't even seem to know that it was there, but kind of just hit his head and went in.
Yeah, Jake Deore having himself a night here on senior night. I mean, that was just pretty much the same thing as we just saw on Belmont's 3rd goal, just a short pass from Daniel Chang. And then Jake Deore basically in the net, just had to get his head on it and tap it in.
This is turning out to be a much better senior night than what we were expecting. It looked like it was going to be a very cagey affair between the 2 teams. But after 1 goal, it really just hasn't seemed to stop for Belmont. Stoneham seems to just try to salvage anything they can, but then it's just leaving woeful defending.
Yeah, and 3 of the 4 goals have come from the seniors. Daniel Chang with the 1, and then Jake with the 2 others.
Yeah, and 3 goals have come from headers. Might be time for some set piece and crossing defending practices for Stoneham.
Yeah, you'd wonder if Stoneham might want to get another goalie in, but
yeah,
doesn't seem to matter right now.
That looks like it's just going to go through. They also seem to be stretched pretty thin, the Stoneham team. Not too many not too many subs. A bit of taunting there from Will. A long ball into Jake. Great control down. Turns out just about couldn't get past his man. Lawrence stops the pass through. Oof, bit of miscommunication there. Andrew kicks it into his own player. I thought that was an offside there, but that's a great play there from Will.
Yeah, it's been a good day to be in the net for Belmont because Will, he's made a couple of good plays, but he hadn't had to do much, and so if he can hold out, he'll have a shutout through 80 minutes of play here, but Belmont trying to score again.
Iggy pacing down the line. He's gone 40 yards by now. All the way. Oh, he gets stuck under his feet. He still has it. Oh, couldn't get a good shot off. That is great play there from Iggy. Ran almost half the length of the field. Unfortunately, couldn't get a shot off. Kept in well on the far side for Stoneham. Jake's going to put pressure on. So is Andrew, but it slips through. That's a great ball through. And it's going to go out to Will.
Yeah, it's just been very incompetent play here for Stoneham. I mean, they're not making the easy passes, and on offense it just feels like they're trying to just kick it as far as they can. It's gone to Will a couple times on that.
Yeah, something that has really helped Belmont out. Actually, they haven't had the most solid defensive display. Honestly, they've let a lot of balls through, but fortunately for them, they have a flying goalkeeper essentially in Will Hug, who's willing to get off his line to intercept those passes. Into Jake. All right, counterattack here. It is 4 against 2. A bit late to play the pass. Great ball through though.
Ooh.
A bit of a mix-up, but end up with the corner.
Yeah, you can see on the other end, people are saying just get Jake the ball, as he is 1 goal away from a hat trick.
Yeah.
Probably be targeting that for these last 30.5 minutes of play.
Belmont also needs to sort of lock in defensively because it seemed a little open for them, especially on those long balls. Here's pressure from Jake. Poor pass kind of into anyone. Can Andrew capitalize? He tries playing a ball through into Jake. To D-Cheng. Oh, he had Iggy on the far side. Does well to regain possession. Kind of being pulled there. Rough challenge. That is a good play from Stoneham's number 2. He's pacing down the wing, marked by Eli, and stopped there by Lawrence. It's still in. The backspin kept it in there. Poor play there. Just cleared out by Lawrence. But ends up right back in Belmont territory. Good shutout by Eli to Daniel Chang. Can he get on a run? He just plays it up.
You gotta think that for these defensemen, you gotta think that having a shutout throughout a game, oh, look out.
What on home? That was probably, I mean, outside of his second goal, that was probably one of the easiest chances he's gonna get. He wins the ball back. Here he is. He's through. Can he get his hat trick now? He gets blocked. Yeah, Jake. Not sure how he didn't get his hat trick over there. Had it passed directly to him. No one between him and the goal. Just a pretty lazy shot there. Just dragging it right to the goalkeeper's feet. Won it back and got a shot blocked.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been like you're playing FIFA on rookie mode for him. I mean, that was a couple of easy chances that against a good team you probably wouldn't get. I mean, Stoneham, I mean, they're a good squad. They just have not come to play here today.
All right, ball to the edge of the box. Andrew got the first header and got the clearance out to Jake. Jake yet again looking for his hat trick, but honestly could have 2 by now. Plays it into Iggy. Iggy has a lot of space to run into. He has Nico on the far side if he can find him. Well, he stops it. He cuts inside and shoots. Blocked. Jake's there for backup. There's a man on him. And the clearance ends up potentially a counterattack here, playing outside for Stoneham, trying to get through the field. Ginby stops them. Played into Daniel Chang. Back to Nico. Good dribbling. He's trying to force it down the side. Trying to force a give and go. That's a great play there between the two captains. Played into box by Nico. Not properly cleared just yet. Still sort of in a gray area for both teams. And they get it out. Stoneham. Lawrence has had a great game today. Here are 3 players coming on. Alessio Elia, Max Katz, and Jadavu Tayun. Off comes Ginby, Andrew, and Jake. Disappointed not to have his hat trick yet.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him later in the game as he looks to get closer to that, but he's had a good day at the office today. Maybe not over yet.
Jadavu Tayun, Jay, hasn't had a lot of playing time in particular this year. Perhaps just considering that it is a 4-0 lead now. Through is Alessio. He's going to take a shot. He's blocked. He goes out for another corner. On the corner you can see Pat photos. A lot of photographers here. Great photographers. Not too cheap, but could get pretty good photos of you. So it looks like they might play it short here. Daniel Chang has 2 options short. Looks like he's going to cross it in instead. Crossing the box, disorganized, but somehow clear the ball. Itai just plays it back into... Ooh, he plays it back into an awkward area. Alessio almost got in on it. It's out for a Belmont throw. Is it about consolation here now for Stoneham?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about consolation for Stoneham, and for Belmont, it's more about like end of season stats. You're looking at how many goals you got. Maybe you can get one here in garbage time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else we could call garbage time. We still have 26 minutes left of this second half. Played outside to Jay, into Eli. Bit of a risky pass, but into the central defender, Itai. Good play out to Aiden Dorkin, who's going to play it long. Not really to anyone there, but yeah, it's out for a throw. Not sure what that was. They went straight out for a throw-in.
Yeah. The throw-in was from the edge of the track, and I think it went further up the track than towards the field.
All right, it's going to be thrown down the line by Nico. Put back into danger area by Max. He's going to slow play down by controlling it. There's Lawrence. He gets on a run, gets past one, can't get past for the second. My goodness. Stoneham can't seem to get out of. Well, that's a great ball there. Played through. Two great passes there for Alessio. Couldn't use his left. They just had to toe poke it with his stronger foot. But that was a great. Two touches got them virtually 40, 50 yards up the field.
Yeah, that was just a great pass. And again, another turnover out of the net.
Just played through to Alessio. Can he turn and shoot? It's into Jay. Doesn't really pass to anyone. Just passes into an area in the box. Lawrence stops the counterattack. Alright.
I mean, the amount of times that the goalie has kicked it or thrown it right to Belmont is just ridiculous. It's been, I'd say, at least 5 times in this game that's happened. It's led to one of the goals.
Alright, out for another throw. It's going to be played down the line quickly into Iggy, but he can't really get anywhere. It's booted, I think, onto the road at that point. Alright, subbing on is Sam Winkler-Thomas and Jaden Yan. In for Eli Jane and Lawrence 2. It's been a great game for Lawrence. No goals or assists, but still very important in that midfield for controlling the tempo, stopping counterattacks, and oof. You can see a bit of trickery there from Max Katz.
Yeah, Belmont, I mean, there's another long pass here. They basically lived inside of the 20-yard mark out from the goal in this game because, again, the goalie's just been kicking it right to Belmont on basically every one of the kicks. So
oof. Crunching 50-50 there, but Sam slows down the game, passing into Max. Gets past one, plays it through into Alessio. No one told him there was a man. He got faced pretty hard, and now it's back to Will Hug. He's going to let it run into the box and probably going to... There we go. Bit of taunting there from Will. Now that he's 4-0 up. Kind of into no one there by Aiden. Okay, now they're on the attack. That's an offside there, but they're going to continue play anyway. He didn't really touch the ball. Aiden's been getting a lot of the ball in defense. He's had some really pivotal passing there. Down the line across the field. Here Sam is going to try playing it down the line. Wasn't able to put any height on it. Daniel left it to run.
yeah, Jay's been doing a good job since he came into the game. Good on defense. Here's a good pass.
Missed his marker there. He's going to be sprinting back. Ball into the box, stopped by Eli. Not Eli, Itai, my bad. I think this is Stoneham's first corner of the game, or at least of the second half.
Yeah, I think so. Belmont here, I mean, we've seen Belmont score 3 times on the corner kicks, trying to stop Stoneham from copying that.
Yeah. They have virtually everyone back except Alessio. He's going to be alone there. Ball into the box. Hits the post. Oh my goodness. So neither team really knows how to defend corners, I guess. We can't really be blaming Stoneham for that. Still have the ball. They kind of just ball watching there from Jaden. Sam's going to be playing it down the line into Jay. We're going to try playing it down the line. Bit of trickery playing it inside to Jaden, who's going to play it through to Daniel Chang. Seems a bit tired. Kind of just jogging to at that point.
Yeah, Belmont basically just limping the finish line here today. I mean, we talked about garbage time, but when garbage time is 30 minutes long, it's tough to stay focused.
Yeah. So there is Max. He plays it into Jaden, who turns out, tries to play it through to finds Jay. He can play it inside. Great give and go there. Jay tries playing it on over the top into Alessio, but overhits it. Rolled out. Iggy's gonna put pressure. Alessio's gonna take it from there, trying to play it through to Daniel. He's on his own, on his left, and he makes it 5-0. That is a great play there. Daniel was left alone somehow. Bit of trickery in and out, and then shot it across the box on his left foot. 5-0 to Belmont with 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Chang, his second goal of the night. You don't mind the stat padding for him because it is senior night, so
Yeah.
deserve as many goals as they can get.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like we're going to go into a timeout. It's been a great, near perfect. I wouldn't say there was anything wrong with Belmont's play tonight. A bit shaky defensively sometimes, but they've really put the pressure on with the offense, and it has really come to bear some serious fruit for them. 5-0 up, 20 minutes left. Do they keep scoring, or?
I mean, I think that's what Stoneham's talking about here, because you're at 5 goals right now. I feel like once you get to 6, it's a bit embarrassing, especially to come here on the road, and then you got to go back on the bus back to Stoneham.
Yeah, true. It'll be a very quiet bus ride, let's just say.
Yeah, so I think maybe they're trying to get at least 1 goal on the board here. Belmont, you'd assume, are going to get some of the subs in.
Yeah, we saw they were trying to get some in before the timeout. Looks like they're sort of going to reset here. It's been a great day for seniors, especially. Not only is it them winning 5-0 on senior night, 4 of their goals have come from seniors. A brace from Jake, who could honestly have all of the 5 goals today. Then Daniel Chang has another 2. Robert Hurl, the only non-senior to score today. He actually opened the scoring for them today. And here we are, 20 minutes out from near perfect senior night for Belmont. Only thing that can make this better, I'd assume, is a clean sheet and I guess more goals.
Yeah, Will Hugg still out there as the goalkeeper.
Yep.
Had that one shot that hit the left post, but other than that,
That's true.
he's played a pretty perfect game.
So a few subs have been made. 3 new players on Diego Azadorian, who played pretty well. And then Jack Martirana and Evan Yorkin. They're going to be playing in that sort of wing-back role. We got the ball back. It's played outside. Played out to the far side and inside to their number 9. Good string of passes there, but quickly stopped by Sam. Wanted to play long. There's really just open field. He could play Diego through. He's blocked there. That's unfortunate. Oh, and he misses the ball. It's still Belmont's ball, though. Could be played through. No sides on throw-ins. Max gets the ball. Stoma still ends up with it. He's going to go down the line, try getting something into the box, but deflects out for a corner.
Yeah, a couple of these guys for Belmont getting some chances at getting goals, and you'd normally not see them taking shots. The main goal scorers, Jake Deore and Daniel Chang, both out. Both of them with 2 goals to this point.
Wouldn't be surprised to see another goal here from corners. I mean, if you notice, Belmont, what they like to do is to rush the center of the box. Just essentially just create chaos there. And if they're lucky enough, they get a head on it. Even if it's a head on the other team, it's very likely that it ends up in the net. Short corner to the back post and punched out by the goalkeeper. Almost looked like Aiden was going for goal there.
Yeah, that had a good curve to it. We've
Yep.
seen a couple of times this season where goals just found itself into the top corner of the net.
Yep. Cleared out. There's only one player up there. Evan kind of barging. Aiden trying to barge his way through. And no counterattack because there is Jack Martirana. Played into Iggy. Would be disappointed if he didn't come up with a goal or an assist. That's a great ball. Probably overdoing it there was Diego. That's a terrible clear. It's played through. This is just pinball in the box here. It's out. Iggy's going to be pressing, but he's holding his man.
Yeah, I mean, that was a couple of those clear attempts were just like, they're taking full swings at it and then Just getting the outside edge of the ball and spinning it right back to Belmont.
Yeah. It's honestly kind of just a giving up spirit that's looming over Stoneham today. Good play by Jack. He's gone down the line, gone past two players. He plays it into Alessio, who could push it out wide. Keeps it, plays it to Iggy. And then Alessio's going to try pushing it down the line. He does well. He could have gone down for a foul, honestly. Tries getting a ball into the box. Iggy's there to recycle. He goes on the outside. Oof. Not quite.
Yeah, I'm going to end up on the street.
Yep. So
Jake's back into the game. He'll be looking for the hat trick.
it looks like Alessio's going to go out wide and Jake's going to go back into the middle. Looking for that hat trick. No real pressure, I guess. 5 goals up now. Yeah, Jake really wants that hat trick, you can see. Good way of weaving through a few players there. Now it's open space in the midfield. Could try playing a ball through, perhaps overhit. But Jack was there, Jack was ready. And he lets it go out.
Yeah, smart play by Jack there. Belmont. I mean, Stoneham's had, I'd say, more runs in this second half than they did in the first half, but still has not really mattered. Obviously, the no goals for Stoneham.
Alessio, really good play, good pressure there. Has space down. He gets past one. Can he play it through to Jake? Jake might have been offside there, I'm not sure. He tried to hold his run there, but actually stunted his progress. Couldn't accelerate fast enough to get to the ball. We're going to be looking out for that hat trick, essentially. That's
Yep, just 15.5 minutes left in this one. You'd think that Stoneham would have at least one guy on Jake at all times, but we'll see how they play it.
Belmont could definitely get Jake his most desired third goal. They definitely have the pressure adding up. Clearance by Will. Good give and go there. Itai is really impressively holding it down for Belmont today. Normally seen more in midfield. It's played outside to Evan Yorkin. He's going to sprint down the line. Can he get a ball in the box? He tries to, but just rolls into the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was a good run there. It was a great pass over to the corner to get it to Evan.
Yeah, it's kind of just hitting hope now for Stoneham. As the game is going on, it looks like Belmont's using the wide areas more often. Iggy had a great first 20 minutes of the second half because of how much space he had down the sides. That was a good play there from Stoneham's number 2. Max shuts it down, and he's being pulled in the middle there. Oh, great turn. And then he's pulled down, and he's fouled. You can see why he's one of the captains here today. There's Alessio cutting inside and plays it back to Jaden. Belmont not looking to force anything, already 5 goals up. That's a poor pass there from Jack.
Just 13:45 left.
Yeah, we're saying this for ourselves too. It is absolutely freezing out here. It's almost ridiculous. Alright. Shut down by Itai. Itai is, without goals and assists, he's probably been one of Belmont's most important players today. There's Max Katz, one of the captains, running down the line. He cut in. He chopped back. He got pulled a ton there. Not sure how nothing was called. But they keep pressure down the side. And it's just straight back in. Jake is free. He has space.
Oh.
Bobbled out. Oof.
Yeah, that was another. We've seen a couple of bobbles from Stoneham's keeper today.
Yeah.
Jake's shot was right at him, but almost let that one free.
Fortunately for him, he's been able to recover quick enough. Because there's been multiple times that players like Diego have been ready to pounce on that second ball. Lobbed up by Jake. He's going to try to ram his way through. It's cleared out to Evan Yorkin, who's going to take a touch on his chest. He's going to feint. It was a great tackle, honestly, there. Bit rough now. Yeah, Evan's sort of forcing him into the corner. That was a great play to dribble out, but he miskicks the clearance. Gonna get a second bite at it. It looks like it's gonna curl out for a throw-in. Itai stops it.
Oh.
That's a great play. I'm not sure how on earth that was a free kick, but no real spirit of complaining here. Played short and quick. No one is there down the sides, but ends up straight to Sam. Up of the shoulder, too heavy of a touch. And so Alessio's gonna press. Kicked kind of into no man's land there. G gets the ball into Alessio, who's through. Gets someone behind him. Oh, it's a heavy last touch. Fortunately for the goalkeeper, he had a player behind him. Because that actually went through his leg. That could have been a goal very easily. Belmont's preparing 3 more substitutions. It looks like Ethan Healy, Meshkin, and Hugh Golding. 2 center backs and a winger. So here is a throw-in for Stoneham. On the far side, in their own territory. Pressure is going to be put on them. They're going to win another throw-in.
Yeah, it was a good play by Jack over on the sideline. As substitutions coming in for both sides.
Yeah, in come the substitutions. We haven't seen a lot of Stoneham substitutions. It looks like they're finally using them now. Maybe they used them during breaks and we didn't notice. But they subbed on like about 4 or 5 players there. So the 3 players coming off for Belmont are Itai Galani, Alessio, who probably would like more time, in Aiden Durkin. 2 of the players coming off, Itai and Aiden, were very important parts in defending for this team. Very important parts in how they currently have a clean sheet. He's played into Jack. Good drop of the shoulder. He plays it into Jaden, who's going to be scanning. He plays it down the side into Ethan. It's going to be played down to Hugh, who really tried to face down there. One of his better attributes. Another sub here for Stoneham. They're number 10 for number 2. Probably their most dangerous players on the field today.
Yeah, I think Stoneham's completely emptied out their bench. I'd say every player that made the trip has made the field as well.
It's not what they would have wanted from the goal kick. Tried playing it out to the sides, but poor control. Let it go out. Max tries playing it through. Kind of pulls someone down, but ref plays advantage. It's going to go out to Meshkin, who's going to play it back into Will. Going to take a touch. He's probably going to play it out to Ethan, though he plays it back. Into Max, who has a lot of space. He's going to be looking for Hugh. A bit heavy there, but Hugh's going to put pressure on it. That looks like it went out anyways. Yeah, it did. 4 subs coming on. Andy, Itai's coming right back on. Jay and Robert. Jay's going to be directly replacing Evan. And so it looks like they're going to be, the 4 players coming off will be Evan, Diego, Max, and poor guy Jake. He hasn't gotten his hat trick today. It looks like almost all of the seniors have come out. I think all of them have actually come, except Andy. Andy who's just come back on. Itai is going to be coming on further up the field. Gets the ball into the box. Miss hit. Hugh free. Couldn't get a shot off. Alright. Big punt out. Ethan hits it, but he has Meshkin behind him. Jay is going to slow it down. Tries getting past someone. Stopped. Wins it back though. That's good play from him. Play in between. Looks like Jack is switched out. He's going to be playing on the right wing now instead of playing sort of left back. Tried playing through there. It was Jay. He's trying to play into Hugh. Couldn't do anything about it though. Robert tries taking a touch, stops it from going out. Kind of sandwiched there. Very late whistle, but it is a foul.
Yeah, it seems like neither team really going at full speed right now. We'll see if Stoneham pretty much emptying out their defense here to try and get a goal.
We are 7 minutes out from a end to a cold but very happy night for Belmont. Here's Robert receiving it on the turn. Looks like he hit his marker's hand, but the ball is won back. Robert has space now. He has multiple runners coming at him. He holds off his marker. Jack couldn't see the ball.
Yeah,
Played out, trying to lob over Andy, but there's Sam. Bit of pinball, headers into Sam, and it's slowed down.
Yeah, Belmont's just been very commanding in their midfield play. Even though we're in these last couple minutes, they've been able to get the stronger passes, and I feel like a lot more accurate than we've seen from Stoneham. I think that's been their main issue today for Stoneham, is that they've just made bad passes, and it's led to turnovers and easy chances for Belmont.
Oof. A few hard challenges, but Robert does great work to stay on his feet. Gets a shot off, bobbled out, and it's into Hugh.
Oh.
That's a great double save from the goalkeeper. A bit disappointing from Hugh. Could have gone a bit of air under that. Definitely would have scored. Keeps it in though. Gets past two. He's fouled there, interestingly, but yeah, the referee's going to bring it back. It is a foul there.
Yeah, Hugh had a good chance there. I mean, he's not going to get many of those.
Yeah.
They're in varsity minutes, but just off on that one. Again, the goalie hitting the deck without having the ball.
Itai plays it quick, but it's defended well. Jaden is there to stop the counterattack. Slows it down, plays a great ball into Itai, who's going to try getting a ball into the box. He does. Roberts at the back post. Head it back across the box. That was dangerous there. He was going to chase down his marker, and he wins the throw-in. Itai is going to be throwing it in. And he takes a touch. Itai gets past one, cuts inside, stays on the outside, and passes it back to Jaden. Looks like it's going to be a give and go. It is. So Sam plays it back to Meshkin. And then looks like it's going to play it to his goalkeeper. Oh, not sure what that was. I think he was trying to play it out to Jay, looking at how much power he put on the pass. There's a run through the middle there, but Ethan is tall enough to get ahead on it.
Ugh. Yeah, I think Belmont's plan was they were trying to just pass it around for a little bit, as we are now in the referee's added time. But yeah, I think Stoneham, they're really trying to get on the board here. Ooh.
Great clearance there from Jack. Robert's going to put pressure on. Clear to about halfway. Straight to Jaden. He's going to play it up. Jack's going to fight for it. He wins it. Takes a touch out.
Ooh.
Drops the shoulder. Jack is quite shifty. So into Itai. He's going to turn back into midfield. Jaden could look outside to Jay. He doesn't. He goes the other way. Turning back. He's kind of just slowing the game down. That's a poor pass into Itai. Ball up. Will's going to let it roll back into the box and pick it up. I'm just looking at the photographers here today. They're here on their own will. And I don't think they're getting paid for it. But it is freezing tonight. I don't think I could do anything they're doing.
Yeah, you gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them. There's 3 at the beginning of the game. That's offside there.
Yeah, I'd assume more of them are here for the senior night.
Yeah.
Bigger game for Belmont.
You could see Pat photos on the far side. I'm not sure the name of the other photographer that's out there. So, into Sam, who's going to run down the line. Got fouled there, pushed in the back, and tripped as well.
Belmont still trying to make another sub here.
Looks like they're going to sub on Alessio again. Itai has quite the ball, so another dangerous opportunity. High into the back post, and it's out for a corner. Alessio is coming on. Who is he coming on for? Andy. So it looks like we only have one senior left on the field, and that's Sam Winkler-Thomas.
Good hands for Andy as he comes off the field for the final time tonight.
Itai is going to be crossing it in. Belmont's looking to rush into the center of the goal, interfere with the goalkeeper. Spinning ball outside. Ball was out. I'm not sure what happened there. He cleared it to their own goal. It's kept in the box. Headed out. There's Sam Winkler-Thomas, not able to fully get the ball under control. He keeps it, goes up past 2 or 3. But he concedes a free kick. Coming up to just about the end of the game. Wonderful senior night it's been. Going to be sad to see a lot of them leave. We're going to be losing big players all across the field. Looks like Sam, last senior, is going to be coming off. Might have stretched something there. Looks like it's groin. And Eli J is going to be coming off. Essentially, now we have probably the next year's lineup of soccer players.
Yeah, I'd say they've done a pretty good job even while the seniors have been out.
Yep. Going to be a big miss, but it's definitely an optimistic future. They have, look, Robert is through here. Can he play it back to Alessio? He had to hold his run. That was a great play from them. Jack was burning down the back post. Alessio works to keep it in. Oh.
Should be a foul.
I think that should have been a foul. Looks like they're going to blow for the final whistle now.
I think the ref's just ready to get out of here.
Yeah, aren't we all? Alessio wins a header into Itai. He's going to lose the ball there. It's probably going to be the last attack of the game. So, Jaden, great ball. Missed by Jack. Not sure if that was intentional or not. Ethan's going to shut it down. Into Jack, who's going to drop his shoulder and run. He has space to run into. And that's the end of the game. A great senior night for Belmont, winning 5-0 against Stoneham. 2 goals from Jake Deore, disappointed to not get the hat trick. 2 goals from Danny Che. And another one from Robert Hurl. I've been Ganza, Masozera, and I've been with Isaac Meretta. Thankful to serve you guys with the Belmont Media Center. We'll see you later.
Yep.